All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about a Bitcoin miner that I think everybody might be missing the big picture on. So I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking and why I think that. This company has had a massive amount of news in the last month and a half. I think they've fundamentally restructured the way that they are running their business. This was the worst performing Bitcoin miner stock of the year 2023. So I did this last month. Here we are a month later, and guess what? It's still the worst performing Bitcoin miner stock out of all the publicly traded Bitcoin miner stocks that I follow. Some of these miners are up over 300% year to date. So that's just the last 2.5 months. A lot of them are up over 100%, but way down at the bottom here in last place, the only Bitcoin miner that is negative on the year is Wolf, stock ticker Wolf, company named TeraWulf. So they remain by far the worst performing stock out of all the Bitcoin mining companies. However, I think if you take a look at their performance, I think they're doing a lot of good things, and I want to talk about what they're doing. I want to go through their February operational update and some news that they just put out. They're doing some things that no other Bitcoin mining company is doing. If you're investing in the Bitcoin mining industry at all, I do think this is worth a look and definitely worth a spot on your watch list at least. Obviously, I'm not recommending this stock. This is not financial advice. I just started buying into this in 2023. It's still underperforming as a stock. So we've got a long way to go for the rest of the year. So we'll see what happens. I don't think this stock is going to finish down here in last place. I certainly don't think it's going to finish in the red. And I think it's got a lot of room to the upside. So time will tell. By the way, please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell because news comes out quick. So you want to get notified every time we put out a video. Okay, so if I go to TeraWulf right now, they closed the day on Monday at 63 cents, 63.79 cents. They were up a little bit. That's up 5%. So they had a decent day. Last week, they were red on a lot of days that were green for most of the Bitcoin miners. You'll see their market cap is $118 million. So as always, I like to put that in perspective. If you look at their market cap over like the last year and a half, if we go back to January of 2022, so that's about 14 months ago now, this was a $1.5 billion market cap company. So you can see from there, it's fallen off dramatically. It's now all the way down to just over 100 million, 118 million according to Yahoo Finance. But let's start with their February update. And then I want to show you a bunch of things about this company that I'm not sure are priced into this stock at all. Also, if you're interested, you can support the channel by hitting the join button. It's right next to the subscribe button. There's a big library of members only content ready and waiting for you. In addition to that, we have a members only live stream once a week, and we have a members only Discord. So it really does help support the channel, and we have a lot of fun. So I hope to see you there. And thank you to those who are already members and supporting the channel. Okay, so quickly, before I get to their monthly operational update, which they put out over a week ago, I want to talk about a press release they put out today. TeraWulf announces it has deployed Bitmain miners at the nuclear-powered Nautilus facility. Okay, TeraWulf, which owns and operates vertically integrated domestic Bitcoin mining facilities powered by more than 91% zero-carbon energy, today announced that the company is deploying solely Bitmain technology manufactured mining equipment to fill its 50 megawatts of capacity at the nuclear-powered Nautilus Bitcoin mining facility. The Nautilus facility represents the first behind-the-meter Bitcoin mining facility of its kind, directly sourcing reliable, carbon-free, 24/7 baseload power from the 2.5 gigawatt Susquehanna nuclear generation station in Pennsylvania. So this is in the United States. This is in Pennsylvania. This is behind the meter directly to a nuclear power plant. So they have 50 megawatts available right now. They have another 50 megawatts, I believe, that they have an option on going forward. So essentially what this article is saying, they're taking all of their best machines, they're moving them here to this Nautilus facility. Okay, then they say TeraWulf recently commenced mining operations at Nautilus and expects its full share in phase 1 of the facility, 50 megawatts and 1.9 exahash, to be online in May. The company has the option to add an additional 50 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity to the Nautilus facility for a total of 100 megawatts, which TeraWulf plans to deploy in future phases. So we're going to get to their growth plans. You'll see this is all a part of the fact that they're currently ramping up and increasing their exahash rate, and they have a lot of potential growth plans ahead. TeraWulf purposely paired Bitmain industry-leading latest generation Bitcoin miners with Nautilus's uninterrupted fixed 2-cent nuclear power to deliver maximum margins all hours of the year. 2 cents per kilowatt at this facility, so this helps their overall average power be a very low number. This helps reduce their cost per Bitcoin, and we are now at the moment in a rising Bitcoin environment. So TeraWulf is going to have one of the industry-leading gross profits if they can maintain these numbers that they're talking about. Okay, so here's their February 2023 production and operations update. Increased self-mining hash capacity by more than 82% month over month. So you can see these guys just got going over the last few months, so they've just started mining Bitcoin, but you can see they're increasing at a rapid pace here. So 82% month over month to 2.6 exahash as of February 28th, 2023. Energized Nautilus crypto mine, the first nuclear-powered Bitcoin mining facility in the US with 1 exahash of self-mining capacity deployed at month end. Okay, so if I just go down to some of their key metrics here, this is for February of 2023. You're going to see they mined 143 Bitcoin. So I will say they do need to work on their Bitcoin mining efficiency. They just started mining Bitcoin, and February is the shortest month. The difficulty level was high, so everybody's efficiency rate was a little low. But for 2 exahash in the future, I would expect that they would be mining more Bitcoin than this. So you'll see average operating hash rate 2.0 exahash. Revenue per Bitcoin $23,388. So you can see in the month of February, Bitcoin was in a healthy place. It's now actually $5,000 higher than that as the market goes today. But here's the key. Power cost per Bitcoin, $7,933. So they continue to reduce their cost. And as this new facility comes online, that number will continue to go down from here. So this makes them one of probably the top 3 lowest cost per Bitcoin mining companies. So obviously the lower their cost per Bitcoin, the higher their gross profit margin. So even at numbers like Bitcoin 17,000, where we were stuck at for a couple of months in November and December, this company was still making money at that point with direct costs of just under $8,000. So obviously now with Bitcoin at, $27,000 or $28,000 where it is at the moment, their gross profit is significant. And they're also ramping up their operations, so they should be mining a lot more Bitcoin, which leads me to the next paragraph. Okay, as we rapidly deploy our 50 megawatts of zero carbon self-mining at Nautilus, TeraWulf is busy at Lake Mariner, completing construction of Building 2, which is expected to add yet another 50 megawatts to our capacity, which will increase our self-mining capacity another 50% and bring TeraWulf's total expected operating capacity to 160 megawatts and 5.5 exahash in the coming weeks. So right now they're hashing at 2.0 exahash. I will say out of the 5.5 exahash, 0.5 of that they are going to be hosting other people's miners, but that still leaves 5.0 exahash that they are planning to ramp up to in very short order here over the next couple of months. Okay, so this is a diagram from their most recent investor presentation, which was just put out last week, infrastructure and hash rate deployment. So you'll see Q1 of 2023, that's where we are right now. They have 100 megawatts going. They're adding 60 megawatts. That's going to get them from the 2.0 that they were at year end up to 3.7. But remember, they said they're going to get to 5.5. So you'll see in Q2 of 2023, so that's really Q2 starts next month. They're looking to be at 5.5 exahash. They have an additional 130 megawatts that they have not built yet that they have the option on. So that would get them from 5.5 exahash to 10.5 exahash. If Bitcoin is healthy and this company is allowed to do what they need to do, they could potentially be over 10 exahash. So that is going to put them among the leaders. Obviously, this will not put them in first place. It's not really going to put them in the top 3, but it's going to make them an extremely relevant Bitcoin miner. 10 exahash is a significant amount of hash rate. 5 exahash is actually a significant amount. So especially with their energy costs so low and their gross profit being what it is, this is the reason that I think this company has a lot of potential and it seems to be getting ignored. Again, I'll circle back around to the fact that this is the worst performing stock out of all the Bitcoin mining stocks. Yet, if you look at their operational improvements, I just went through an awful lot of very positive steps that this company took. Okay, so this is their chart on the 1-week time frame. I'm not even going to go from their all-time high, which was in November of 2021. Almost all the Bitcoin miners had their all-time highs in November of 2021. That's when Bitcoin hit its all-time high at 69,000. This stock was trading up at around $43 at that point. So I'm going to ignore that completely, and I'm going to fast forward forward all the way to January of 2022 when it was down to $16.80. So if I go from there, if we look at where this stock is currently trading, this stock is down 95, almost 96% from January of 2022. And remember, it was down 50 or 60% already by this January of 2022 date when it was trading at $16.80. So this stock has fallen massively. And you can see so far in 2023 where all the other Bitcoin miners seem to be off to the races, this one is absolutely stuck in the mud. It's the only one that's negative year to date. So if I zoom in further, you'll see back in August of 2022, this stock was trading for $2. They closed today at just under 64 cents. So in order to get back to that price where they were last August, the last time Bitcoin was at $25,000, remember the Bitcoin's approaching $28,000 right now, that would be a 211% increase. But even if I go like this, if I go back just 1.5 months ago, TeraWulf would have to increase their stock price by over 63% to get back to where they were on February 1st. Now, on February 2nd is when they announced that they were raising $32 million. So the market took that as dilution and punished the stock severely. It's done nothing but go below that ever since. So it hasn't even gotten back to that line, which was at about 75 cents. So you can see, in my opinion, I think that the company's actually much, much better off today than it was. They've changed their entire situation from a liquidity standpoint. They now have a path to get where they're going, but their stock continues to plummet. I do think this is going to fix itself. I don't know when, and certainly, obviously, again, this is not financial advice. You can see this stock's down 96% over the course of the last just over a year. So this is an extremely volatile stock. We always need to look at their downside. They're about 16.5% off of their all-time low. And obviously, the ultimate downside would be somehow they don't get through this and they run out of liquidity and they go to zero. So, everything's possible. So please do your own due diligence. Please be careful investing. But those are my reasons why I think this is way oversold. I believe there's some upside. So that's what I got for you on TeraWulf. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.